Welcome in, everybody. It is Monday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern, and it's August 25th. And yesterday was something wild. I mean, as if this case needed to get any crazier. Jen and I were looking at the maps trying to locate baby Harrow, and I just want to just let everybody understand because I think there's a lot of new people here who may not understand how psychics work. We are never going to be 100% accurate. It just doesn't exist. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they are not being honest. Much like the police get tips, and some of them turn out to be really valid, and others are not valid tips, they investigate everything. And that is the same way I work as a psychic medium. I've had a lot of people ask me if tarot is something that I report to the police. No, I don't. Tarot is another tool that I use, but I never report my findings to police on a tarot reading. I get visions I have since being a young teenager in my sleep. They're, you know, I channel, I'm a medium. I get downloads, I get psychic hits, just impressions. And so all of those tools are the ones that I use when I communicate with the Find Me group in our reports on my findings, and do not use tarot, nor would I ever use tarot to submit my reports or findings to any police agency on a missing child case. That does not mean there's not validity to the tarot, but I use my tarot, as I need to validate several readings before I would confirm a tarot reading to be valid. It will enhance my visions or substantiate or whatnot, but the visions, the channeling, and whatnot are up here for me versus the tarot reading. So just wanted to explain that because we have a lot of new people here, a lot of new people. But let's get back to yesterday's crazy. Okay. So we were looking, I had a hit, I vision rather, of them taking the baby in like a camper with the hood on the truck. And I'm starting to wonder now that proof of life, where this the one on the screen you're looking at on the top, where baby Emmanuel has been said by some experts to be passed on. This is a proof of life photo, and others saying if he's not passed, he's on the way to passing here. And I'm looking at the color of the grass, keeping in mind that they live in the desert. Where was this photo taken? Because I'm starting to wonder if my camper vision has some validity, and this was them taking him somewhere on a trip as he was passing or did pass or whatnot. I don't know. I haven't tapped into that energy yet. But I am going to continue to explore, and I want to know because I did I did a poll with everybody, and y'all said, I asked you in my poll after yesterday's crazy, which was all kinds of YouTubers going live. So Jen and I were live. We were doing our mapping, trying to look at possible locations, just like my hit psychically. Same thing with the forensic astrology. It tells a story, but it doesn't give us the clear answer. So it's a tip. All of the angles are tips. The hot spots are tips, are possibilities. Same with my psychic downloads and channeling. And it's about putting all the pieces together, much like the police. So we were on the live, and everybody was going live saying Jake was leading the police to, which we did watch. He was out in the field. The police were searching. The searchers were there, that he was leading police to baby Emmanuel, but they did not find. And we were in the middle of the live, almost towards the end of the live, and we posted, hey, we thought he was alive. And then we did our due diligence, and then, concluded before the live ended that he wasn't found. So why are the YouTubers misleading people? I don't know, because they surely should have not continued with the narrative with their thumbnails to spread misinformation, but that's here nor there. That's not why I'm here. I just wanted you to know that we can't always believe everything. Let's just slow down with this case I was listening to Dolly a little bit earlier, and he was talking about the same thing last night, and I completely agree. Like, they're in custody. We know the police are looking for the baby. They've stated they're not going to rest until they find him. But where are they going to find him is the question. I posted this. Police stated that they did not find baby Emmanuel despite being out there with Jake. Survey. Did Jake lead police to baby Emmanuel not found yet? Truthfully, honestly, 13%. Or was it a setup for something else, other information, which Strategic Eyes, the detective from New York, said possibly, like as a theory, not that he thinks that's what went down. He's just saying, hypothetically, we all jumped to the assumption, and yes, they had searchers. So I do believe that likely that is what they were there for. But 17% of you thought maybe it was something else. But 70% of you think he was lying to get a deal. That he was lying just to get a deal. So let's see what the cards have to say. Was Jake lying just to get a deal? And everybody just take a deep breath, because this case is as crazy as it comes. You know, we've had the house across the street burned. You got people breaking into the home to give tour guides, like people walking all over the property like it's not a freaking crime scene. I don't understand that either. The police are doing a great job, but I'm not quite clear why they're letting people trample all over this property. They should have security out there. They should have a police cruiser out there, just one, to keep these people out from being possibly contaminating the crime scene. It's just, it doesn't get crazier than this case. Everybody is just loopity-loo. And I don't mean that in a critical way. I mean that in a legitimate way, because it's the atrocities of what has happened to his first daughter and now Emmanuel and this family is just bonkers. So I get it. I get the energy, but everybody, let's take a deep breath and let's see how this is going to play out. Because I thought that it was going to be Rebecca that was going to lead them to the police, but I said that she was going to tell them and lead them to the police, and the next day Jake came out. So I was right about maybe somebody telling the police, but who was going to tell the police? Now, we have yet to see. Maybe Rebecca will still come out and tell them where he really is at, where they really left him or placed him or put him or dumped him or whatever word you want to use. I don't know. But I'm not sure. We're going to read the cards, but I think I'm going to lean into number one a little bit more, even though it's the least popular one. I'm hoping and praying that this wasn't some sort of dirty trick on Jake's part to try to get a better deal. But we can be sure he's going to throw Rebecca under the bus. And the Strategic Eyes was not very optimistic. If she doesn't come forward and speak the truth and tell police where he is, Jake is going to blame her and he's going to get the lesser deal. And God help us if he doesn't serve prison this time because he found a way to get the deal first. If that happens, I'm going to lose my shirt. So contrary to what's going down with Jake, I think we should all be praying that Rebecca comes forward, because whether she killed the baby or not, we know he has a history. We know for a fact it's more likely he did something because of his history. That doesn't mean she was not a part of it. She certainly covered it up, and certainly still willing to defend her guy to the end is absolutely bonkers to me. But let's hope he doesn't get the better deal and she goes down for something that he did, because he's done it before where he blamed his ex and pled guilty and didn't do jail time. For the love of God, everybody, let's pray that she comes out and leads them to the child, because I don't want to see this monster getting away with anything less than the rest of his darn life. Every day of his existence, his pitiful existence, needs to be behind bars. Period. So for people trampling over there, possibly, contaminating a crime scene, for the love of God, people, use your noggins. Anyways, it's enough said. Let's get into the cards and see what the cards have to say. But I'm really hoping that this, I don't think he's doing this for a deal. I don't think he's making this up, but I'm hoping that's the case. because I really want to see Rebecca come out and actually lead them to the cops, so he doesn't have to be, you know, given any privilege ever again in some sort of deal because he cooperated with the police. But I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Let's see what the cards have to say. Am I right? Is Jake really going to lead them to maybe Emmanuel? Or does he know that there's no way in hell those baby bones are going to be found out in the field where the ravens were eaten and the coyotes and all the animals were going to come and collect his remains? Does he know, because he's been laying there for 2 months in the heat of the mountains, California, that he's just decayed into nothingness and they'll never find him? Or, and so that was a story. I don't know, but let's see what the cards are. Okay. What is Jake? Change in the wind, round and round. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Change in the wind, round and round. Are they going to be... Well, that's not positive so far. That's not positive so far. Is Jake trying to be the hero and let the police, you know, lead the police to baby Emmanuel's body, or is this just a master manipulator move? Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, this one flipped out. Blindfold, unseen. Okay, I want... So they're not finding them. They're going to search around and round and round. So far, it doesn't look like they're going to find them. Let's see what this change in the wind is about. What is this change in the wind about? Is this Rebecca going to come in, or what does this mean? Hang on a second. What is this change in the wind? Bird flying, news on the way. Bird flying. I mean, we had the birds, the ravens, when I was trying to find where he was, and I had ravens, you know, and strategic eyes thought they cut him up and spread his body in pieces, which would explain why the ravens were overhead, and now we've got birds flying. News is on the way. A change in the wind. So we've got, right now, they're blindfolded, searching around and round and round for him. Wow. Okay. Well, this is interesting. This is interesting. So now let's see. What's this change in the wind about? Territory in reverse. Oh, this is looking like you guys are right. This is looking like you guys are right. A change in the wind, and this territory came in reverse. They are not necessarily looking in the right spot. I'm not claiming it yet. I'm not claiming it yet. Give me more on this territory in reverse, please. Give me more on this territory in reverse. What's this territory in reverse? I only do flippers. Whoops. Okay. Okay, totality. They're going to have to look somewhere else. They're going to look somewhere else. The boundaries of where they're looking, the boundaries of where they're looking is going to change. Oh, boy, boy, boy. Let's see. Let's see. This is not looking good, guys. Guys and gals, this is not looking good. Okay, what is this territory in reverse? What is this territory in reverse about? Oh, boy. Give me more on this territory in reverse. Freedom. There's no freedom. He's not going to be... This is what it's looking like. He's not going to get his deal. He's not going to get his deal because it looks like, again, I'm not claiming it yet, but so far, it looks like he's not going to get his deal because they're going to be looking around and around like blindfolded, but something else is going to change, and it's going to take them somewhere else to a different territory. Yeah, the boundaries, they're going to have to extend. They get the globe. They're going to have to extend the boundaries of where they're looking. They're going to have to extend the surroundings of the areas of where they're looking at. Let's get some other cards out. Is Jake lying to police? Is Jake lying to police? Is Jake lying to police? This is wild. They completely are blindfolded. They're going to circle around and around in that field. It doesn't look like they're going to find much. They're going to have to extend out. So does that mean, let's see, these cards are not, the energy is stuck in all the cards today. So they are having a hard time locating him, cleaning house. Okay. This is in reverse, cleaning house. What does that mean? Cleaning house. So they're going to have to go back to the house to get some evidence. They're going to have to go back to the house to get some evidence. They're going to have to go back to the house to get some evidence. Is he on the property? Is he on the property? Oh boy. Okay, let's see. I want to get a couple more here. This is just wild. Is Jake gonna help police find baby Emmanuel, or is he just trying to be the master manipulator? 3 of Cups. Okay, so there is going to be some, so they are going to find him, it looks like. Oh, we've got the devil in reverse, the hidden devil. The hidden devil. So maybe that's him celebrating. That's him celebrating because he's hiding some sort of mistruth, some sort of negative behavior. The devil in reverse. Maybe he is lying to them. That's starting to really look like he is lying to them. Jesus. Okay, let's get some more. Is this Jake? What is Jake's energy when he's out there looking for, helping the police look for baby Emmanuel? What's his intentions? What's his energy? Sorry, that fell out of as a sloppy. What's Jake HARO'S energy when he's out looking with the police trying to find baby Emmanuel? What's the energy? What are his intentions? Emotional. Emotional. This is the baby. Very emotional. There's very emotional, but he's looking after himself. He's looking after himself. That's him looking at himself. He's looking out for himself. Yes. And this is in reverse. This is in reverse. This is the deal. This is an equal balance. You help me, I help you. But it's in reverse. So he's maybe not going to get his deal because they may not find the baby. That's what I'm picking up on. Where he's saying, what's Jake's energy? So his energy is he's celebrating because they're not going to find him here. And this was you help us, we help you. But it's been delayed because they haven't found him yet. He's out there only looking after himself. What's Jake's energy out there what's his intentions by leading the police out there to find baby Emmanuel? What's his intentions? Hang on, one of them flipped, but I don't know which one. It went back in the deck. Let's see, it'll come back out if it's intended to, if it's meant to. The world. His intentions were to steer them, I think, away. The world is expanding, traveling, an end to a cycle. And so he might have wanted to put an end to this, but I think he's trying to steer them away. We have the globe here, totality. I think he's trying to expand their search into an area where they may not find baby Haro. That's just what I'm getting. Let's see. Let's get some verifications. I got the sun that fell out, which is my yes card. Okay, but again, I only take flippers, not the ones that sloppy fall out of my hands. Okay, let's see. What are his intentions when he's leading the police out there? Come on, let's go. Success. He's hoping to overcome an obstacle. and work out a deal. He's hoping to work out a deal. Let's just, will baby Emmanuel be found out there? Will baby Emmanuel be found out there? Will baby Emmanuel be found out there? Yes or no? Will baby Emmanuel be found out there? Yes or no? Will baby Emmanuel be found out there? Yes or no? You got unexpected visitors and home. Oh my God. And protecting treasure. Oh my God. Is he on the property? We've got people breaking into the home for tour guides, unexpected treasure. I feel like they're going to find him in the house, under the house, in the house, somewhere at the property. This is what's giving me that vibe. Are the people breaking in going to find something? Wow, this is an interesting twist. Are the people breaking in and walking all over the property going to find something, protecting some treasure? Yeah, he's trying to protect them from finding the baby. He is trying to keep them from finding the baby. This is his intention. I think you guys are right. I think y'all are right. I don't think he's going to lead them there, but I'm starting to wonder if the baby's right there at the house. These all just fell out. I know some of you have been commenting on how I do tarot readings. I don't use cards that fall out of my hands. And yes, I'm trying to get a better setup so you can see my full hands. But this is the table I've got right now. And blessings. Oh my God. Is baby Emmanuel at the house? Is baby Emmanuel at the house? Is baby Emmanuel at the house? Intuition. Intuition. Is baby Emmanuel at the house? Yeah, this guidance. Wow. They are going to be guided. Somebody's going to follow their intuition and find something. I think at the house. Somebody is going to follow their intuition. They see something. And please, for the love of God, if you're from the area, don't go just because you're watching this video, go do something you shouldn't do on the property. But this is what I'm getting. Somebody's going to follow their intuition, and there's going to be blessings at the house. They're going to find some evidence either at the house that's going to either help them find Jake or Jake is there. Let's get some clarifiers. I mean, I'm starting to think that he's there. Is Jake buried under the house? Is Jake buried under the house? 9 of Cups, wish fulfilled. Wish fulfilled, celebration. They're going to find him. Is he under the house? Wild, wild, wild. Or one of those outbuildings. One of those outbuildings. Is he under the house or one of those outbuildings? Okay, what do I want to... Ooh, I want to do a couple of final cards here. But it's starting to look like frying pan. Trouble. Yeah. Trouble, accusations, and family matters. Lightning. Control your anger. Yeah, he had an anger issue. He's going to lose his shirt if they find him at the home. Yep. Y'all, it's starting to look like you were right. That he is actually just trying to work himself a deal, knowing that they might not be able to find him out there, thinking that that will save his butt. But if the cards are correct, remember what I said at the beginning, I never take one reading as fact, although this seems to be quite interesting. It's just a suggestion that he is, you're right with the poll, that he is not really expecting them to find the baby there, hoping to secure a deal for himself, but looks like somebody curious might be on the property and finding some either evidence that helps them find the baby or the baby's actually there on their property, which is phenomenally wild if the police have missed it. But stay around. Let's let this play out and see how this all goes down as we continue to follow baby Emmanuel. Thank you for being here. Do all the YouTube things. Please love and like and share and subscribe and click on the notification bells. And love you all. Thank you for being here. Love and light. Have a great day. We will see you later for live.